Before we officially start with the program, course agenda and the sessions themselves, let me also give this online stage, to our program manager, Tatiana Lityakina, who's also joining us today to facilitate this online opening ceremony and to greet all of you. So, Tatiana, thank you for being with us today. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Zuhro. I am also impressed with the idea to initiate the online course by the participants of this program, C5+1 Educative Workshop. Well, and I am also impressed with the teamwork of the participants in Tajikistan. I know that, well, being the representative of English Without Borders, Zuhro well managed to arrange not only the webinars, but even the online courses as well, because that's why I'm pretty sure that this course would be of success. And as Zuhro has mentioned, this is a chance, the platform, the opportunity for each of the participants, both coaches, trainers, and participants, to share their experiences, because again, the coaches or the trainers of this very course are young English language teachers who are happy to share not only what they have learned during these 3 phases of the program, but as what they managed to implement in their teaching practice. And I'm sure that their experience is really valuable, because they managed to, or they tried to implement something they've gained from the international coaches. Well, and this team represents the teachers and consultants and experts, from the USA, from Chile, from Guatemala, from Czech Republic and Poland and Ukraine. So as you see, the team is really international, and they represent different contexts as well, teaching and learning contexts. So that's why this very course and is really valuable in terms of integrating the international experiences into the local context. And that's why, if you represent not only Tajikistan, but any other Central Asia country, it would be lovely to know the way it works in your country. Best to you, and I'm sure that you would enjoy this course and sharing your experiences, and it would be lovely if you take active part in the chat box. I think, I believe that it might be the problem to switch the camera on, but please will you attend the chat box and be active participants and support our coaches as well, because it's really lovely to see the feedback while doing the training itself. Thank you, best to every of you.
Thank you very much, Tatiana. So let me tell all of you a little bit about this course structure. In the Telegram group that we created, I've already sent the agenda of this course, but before we dive in, let me remind you about it. I will start by sharing my screen. Just a second. Okay. I hide it here. Okay, so totally we are going to spend 9 sessions together, but in each session there will be 2 workshops, 2 more sessions. So each session consists of 2 sessions. So we are going to meet 2 times a week, on Tuesdays and on Saturdays. Today, we are going to focus on effective lesson planning for English language teachers, and you're going to have 2 sessions, first on setting clear learning objectives, and second on stages of the on lesson planning using communicative and learner-centered approach. In between these 2 sessions, we will have 3 minutes break, which you can use to make yourself comfortable, maybe stretch a little bit, warm up a little bit, so that you feel energized for the second session. Okay, and this will be the procedure for all 9 sessions, except the 9th meeting will include only 1 session. It's a bonus session on using AI in teaching English, and then we will conclude our course with that session and with a post test. Okay, so participating in this course has couple of benefits, not mentioning the networking opportunity, the opportunity to learn something about new teaching methodology. It has also you can also gain certificates from us if you attend at least 7 out of these 9 sessions. You will be eligible to gain the course certificate, and this is how the certificate looks like. Okay, here it is my name, but instead of my name, we will be putting your names. So these rules are very simple, as you can see, but besides these, besides attendance, besides being active, besides joining Telegram group that you already know from the emails that I've sent to you, another big request to you is to not just listen to what we present to you here, but also start doing. And if you noticed, in our Telegram group, we have special topic, which is called pictures from your classes. So to that topic, you need to send the pictures from your real classes showing how you started implementing the strategies that you've learned during this course. And if you might face any challenges on this implementation stage, you please also write about those challenges, and the course trainers will be happy to support you on this journey of implementing something new in your classes. Okay, so sharing pictures is another must do thing in our course. Another thing that I also wanted to mention, yes, turning on your cameras isn't a must thing, but we would really encourage you to stay with your cameras on, because this way the sessions will be more live. Everyone will see each other and we will feel more connected, like if we are sitting all together in one room. And this always makes the learning process more enjoyable. Okay, but if you cannot turn on your camera, that's completely fine too. So, before we start the training sessions, I want you to participate in a short pre-test. Okay, so you will have just 7 minutes for this pre-test. So I have sent the link in the chat, and I'm also going to send this link right now here in our Telegram group, in case if you are having another device near you. So please follow this link, and I am starting the timer. So you have 7 minutes. Please try to complete this pre-test in 7 minutes. Okay, so I started the timer. Please follow the link and start the pre-test. Don't stress out about this pre-test. It is just to then see the progress. If anything changed in your understanding of the topics that we are going to cover during this course. Okay, so answer to your to the best of your knowledge, but don't stress out. Just answer to the questions that you know, or try to guess some of the responses. That's also okay. If you have any questions or difficulties on this stage, unmute yourself and I will be happy to help you. Okay, those who have finished the test, please send some reactions to the chat, or you can use these reactions tab here on Zoom. Отреагировать, if you have Russian version just like me, you can send a heart, a like, or anything else that you like. I can see 5 responses in the pre-test Google Forms that I have sent. Others, you have 3 more minutes to complete the test. Please try to complete it. And from these results, from okay, now 7 people, those 7 who have completed the test, I can see that most of you are choosing correct answers, which means even without this course, you already know everything. But you will refresh your memory on some topics maybe, and which is more important, you will be sharing experiences, exchanging experience, which is always great. So maybe you will have opportunity to look on something that you know from a different angle. Probably I had to make the test more difficult, but it's okay. As I said, we are here to refresh and to learn from each other. Okay, 2 more minutes left, and then we will continue today's class. Okay, I see the reactions. Bahit and someone else also sent the reaction, completed the test. Great job. We have 8 responses. 9. With most correct answers. I really like it. It seems that we have gathered a group of really uh, experienced, well-educated, and talented teachers, which is great. Good. Farzona says done. Jumagu done. Nodira done. Dilnoza done. Thank you, dear teachers. 10 seconds left, and then I will continue. But let us wait these 10 seconds. Okay. Okay. Good. So the link to that pre-test will stay in the chat for some time, but then I will delete it so that you don't submit more responses before we finish this course. Thank you very much for participating in the pre-test. I've read your introductions in the Telegram group that we created. Many of you introduced themselves, and I was really happy to learn your names and some fun facts about you. Thank you. But right now, if here in the chat you also write your name and city and country, that would be nice. For example, Zuhro Dushanbe. Okay, so if you follow my example, that would be good. If it is your real name here on Zoom, that's great. If not, please kindly change it to your real name so that we can call you by your name during the session. So please use chat to briefly introduce yourselves by telling us your name and city or country. And while you are doing this, hello, Jumagulis Tarafshan, Nodira, Nodira, where are you from? While we are introducing ourselves, let me also introduce our first speaker for today. And the first session will be about setting good learning objectives and outcomes for English language classes. And the facilitator of the session will be Inatulo Aslamov. Inatulo Aslamov is an English language instructor in the Institute of Foreign Language, Tajik State Pedagogical University, named after Sadriddin Aini. So Inatulo is a program participant from Dushanbe, Tajikistan. I hope that you will enjoy his session. So Inatulo, if you are ready, oh, Morocco, Dushanbe, Kushoniyon, Rushon, happy to read all of these introductions. And with that, let us move to the first session of today's class. Okay, let me start the slideshow. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, Zuro, we can see.
Okay, good. So Inatulo, over to you. Please tell me when I should go to next slides. Okay, you just say next slide and I will be switching slides.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone and welcome. I'm very happy to see you all here today. My name is Inatullah Aslamov. You know me, I think, and I'll be facilitating our first session today. I hope together we'll talk about setting clear learning objectives and outcomes. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide. Do you hear me? Are you hear me?
I changed the slides, but it seems you don't see.
Oh my gosh.
Let me reshare my screen.
So learning objectives might seem like a small part of our lesson planning, but they actually set the foundation for everyone we do in the classroom. So now, please think about your experience as a teacher. Specifically, think about writing learning objectives for your lessons. Using one emoji or reaction, please show how you feel about writing learning objectives. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, and please show your emoji now.
Recording in progress.
Anybody here? Are you hearing me? Oh, thank you. Just thank you for sharing that. I can see a mix of reaction, some confident, some even, yes, we see you, just a lot of completely normal. All reactions are completely normal. Actually, many teachers are never taught how to write strong learning objectives. That's why we started this online course with this session. Today, we'll explore how to make learning objectives smart, meaningful, and really useful. Zuro, next slide, please. And since we are talking about objectives, let me clearly outline the objectives of my session. By the end of the session, you will be able to identify the key characteristics of effective learning objectives using the SMART framework. Distinguish between weak and strong learning objectives, and the last one, write at least one improved learning objectives for an EFL lesson, English as foreign language. Next, please. Well, first of all, we all should remember that learning objectives are the foundation of an effective lesson. They guide our planning, help us choose the right activities, and make learning expectations clearer for students. One simple and practical way to write strong learning objectives is to use the SMART model. The SMART model helps us write learning objectives that are clear, realistic, and useful for both teachers and students. Each letter stands for an important quality of a strong objective. The first letter is S, specific. This means that a good objective clearly states what learning will do. It avoids general verbs like understand or learn and uses clear action verbs. We'll talk about these action verbs a little bit later. The second letter is M, measurable. This means that the objective should be something you can observe or check. If you cannot see or assess whether students achieve it, the objective is well. The next letter, achievable. The word achievable. This means the objectives must be realistic for the learner's level, age, and time available. Ask yourself, can my student do this by the end of the lesson? We can use when we write SMART objectives. The next letter is relevant. The relevant, it means the objectives should be meaningful and connected to the lesson content and learners' needs. It should support real language use, not just completing activities. And the last letter is T. It's about time bound. A learning objectives should be achievable by the end of the lesson, not at some unclear point in the future. So when we learning objectives are SMART, lessons become more focused, teachers know what to teach, and assessments becomes easier. Dear students, next slide, please. Dear students, when you are writing learning objectives, it's important to remember that objectives focus on learning, not teaching. As strong objectives help us learning see what students will be able to do with the language by the end of the lesson. So instead of focusing on tasks or teacher actions, the objective focuses on the learning outcome. In teaching English, effective learning objectives usually include two clear paths. The first is communication function, about what students will do, the language, request something to argue, tell a story, give opinions, or ask for information. The next is what language, what will you use. We have to know about language focus. This describes how students will express that meaning, the language they will use. They may include grammar or vocabulary, such as past simple verbs, adjectives of appearance, or prepositions of place. Next slide, please. Zoro, next slide, please. Okay. Do you remember when I explained the SMART model, I mentioned that we need to use action verbs for writing objectives. Now let's talk about these verbs. Some verbs such as understanding or learning are too general. They are difficult to observe and assess. Instead, strong learning objectives use clear actions, verbs that describe what students will actually do. For example, you can use strong verbs like describe, compare, role play, and summarize. These verbs are clear and measurable. This idea comes from Bloom's taxonomy, a framework that groups learning verbs by levels of thinking. We will not go into the details today, but it's very useful tool for us for choosing appropriate verbs when writing objectives. The next slide, please. Let's quickly check our understanding before we move on. I'll ask a couple short questions. Just call out areas or raise your hand. So, first question, what should a good learning objective focus on, and what helps make it clear and strong? Dear participants, I'm waiting for your response, please. I will repeat the question. What should a good learning objectives focus on, and which three things help makes it clear and strong? Anybody?
Sorry, who is that speaking? Can you please repeat your response?
I think, I don't know.
Let's wait for participants to wake up. Dear participants, we learned about a couple of interesting facts about writing good learning objectives. So please, someone unmute and summarize what you learned. What are three things that make the objective strong and clear? Pirusa, I think that you're saying something, but your voice isn't clear. Maybe someone else will try. Okay, Dilfuza, please.
Yeah, hello everyone. I think what objection, yeah, they should be what should a good learning objective focus on, and which three things help make it clear and strong. I think the three things they should be specific, measurable, and achievable.
Yes, exactly. A good learning objective should focus on what students will be able to do. It should be smart, including a clear communicative functions and language focus, and use strong, measurable action verbs, right? Good.
Yeah,
Okay. Next. Okay, why is it better to use verbs like describe or compare instead of understanding? Okay, and its response. The next is the second question. Okay, I will repeat the question once more. Why is it better to use verbs like describe or compare instead of understand? Anybody respond to this question?
I think, dear Inatulo, you need to choose someone from the list of participants and just ask them to respond to this question, because for some reason our participants are still sleeping.
If no anyone,
Maybe
then I will answer.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, we cannot use describe and compare while writing these objections because They're general, they're common. In order to be specific, we need to write the specific objection in order to reach our goals as a teacher.
Right, because we can see and check those actions if students describe or compare. We can observe it, right? But understand is hiding in the student's head. We can't really measure it, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you for your response. Just we go to the next slide.
Before we go, I think that
Yes.
Jean-Saya also wants to add.
Jansaya.
Yes, I want to ask to the second question. Using verbs like describe and compare is better because they are more clear, specific, and measurable. They show exactly what the student must do, and teacher can easily check the result.
Good, thank you. You see, we can use our compare. We know how our students' knowledge and they know or not. Just it should be clear for us. Okay, thank you for your response. Maybe we'll go to the next slide, Duro. Hello.
Yes, I changed the slide. Can you see it?
Just now, right? Okay, transforming bad objectives into good ones, right? Let's practice. We will work in group of 5, 6 for the next 5 minutes. I think we are 20 now. We can divide it into 4 to each groups. Your task is to transform bad learning objectives into strong, smart ones using what we've learned. You have a table with 3 original objectives for each objective. Please describe if it is smart or not. Say yes or say no and explain why. Identify the communicative function. What will students actually do? Identify the language focus. Which grammar or vocabulary will students use? And rewrite the objectives to make it clear, smart, and strong learning objectives. After 5 minutes, we will come back and share some examples. Zuro, will you send them the group? Will you have to divide them into groups, subgroups, right?
Yes, just give me a minute and I will do that. So while I'm preparing the breakout rooms, can anyone unmute and repeat what is our task right now? Anyone? What is our task?
Hello.
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 How are you? Thank you for introduction, your methods of and styles of teaching. Now I can tell if you want, if you let me. Now we are discussing the objectives of the lessons. How to plan it correctly, the objectives of the lesson clearly, how to present materials to our students in order to provide a good planned lesson to our students. Yes, and we divided them into 3 stages, like objective 1, 2, and the third one. And it's a kind of group work where we have to involve all the students of the group. They have to be active to do activity together, actually, right? And the several questions will appear on the screen, and they have to clarify it with no yes and no answers. So I can't remember the next parts of the questions, but the first one, it was about yes and no. Yes, and it was estimated for the group work, actually. So sorry if I
Yes,
made some
sure.
mistakes. I tried to understand everything clearly.
Yes,
So, okay.
exactly.
Thank you.
Right now, I am preparing the links. I will send to each group individually a link to the Google Docs. Someone in the group should take the leading role. You will open the Google Docs that I sent, and together with all participants of this group, you will need to discuss and make a good objective out of bad objective. Okay, so and the groups are ready. So let me just a sec put you into groups, and you have 5 minutes for that. Everyone, please, Farzona, Madina, Dilnoza, Jumagul, please go to the breakout room. Okay, so here is your link. Please follow this link and start working on your task. And I will be going to the next room now.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. So here's your link. Please, one person who is joining from computer, open this link and start working on your task. And I'm going to the next group.
It's our group, right?
Hello, everyone. Here is your link. Okay. This is Zal 3, room 3. Zal 3, room 3. I think I visited your room, haven't I? Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to... No, room 3, I'm
No,
here.
not yet. Hello.
Okay, so hello. I've sent the link in the chat. So please, someone who is joining from computer or click on this link, open it and start working together. And I am going to the last group now.
What difference?
Thank
Okay,
you.
hello everyone. I have sent the link in the chat. Please, someone who is joining from the laptop, click on this link, open it, and start working on your group work. You can even share your screen if you want.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Check the link. Let me know if you have any questions. And while you are checking it, I will go and check other groups, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Zuhro. Well, everything is visible.
Thank you.
Is it smart?
Is it smart or not? Yes, no, and plus
Yeah.
why. Students will understand past tense. If they talked about and made discussion about past simple in the previous lesson, probably they have to understand is not measurable, no clear action or outcome. Why?
Yeah, I agree.
What was it your response? No focus on activity, not learning result. No criteria, no focus. Who is writing it? Who is giving a response?
Yeah, I'm writing it. I think that three of them, they are not smart because, yeah. So like the first one, it's not measurable. The second one, it's focused on the activity, but not about the result. And they can complete like differently.
Yeah. What about rewritten smart objective? Okay. That was, I think, our rewritten smart objective. Students will Students will complete a worksheet on.
Just do you remember from the slide that by the end of the lesson?
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for reminding. Okay. What should I add here?
By the end of the lesson,
Mr. Inayatullah,
students.
do not help anyone.
Okay.
Okay. Miss
Sorry.
Diane, Mr. Nozan, I like your voices. Could you start telling something?
About
What shall I add
student
here?
with
Jansaya, can you please join your breakout room?
I can't find this.
Right now, okay, after 20 seconds, I will prolong it, so you will be able to see the, I will prolong the, let others come back, and then I will start the breakout rooms again. I think that people might need additional time for that.
Thank you, Zuhra. It would be lovely. Yes, we will lack of time.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone.
In Natulo, I think people need more time, so I open breakout rooms again, so everyone has enough time to complete the task, okay?
Okay, that's I got you. How much time do
Okay, dear all, please go back to your rooms. Dia Farzona, Jumagul, Mahina, Taibahon. Farzona and Jumagul, please go to your breakout rooms. Sorry. So, dear participants, are you working on your task? Other groups started to rewrite their tasks. You two need to start working. Someone who is joining from laptop, maybe from phone, it's also okay if you have Google Docs. Click on this link and start analyzing that. Can you hear me? Let me show you your task.
Yes, hello. We can
Hello.
hear you, but no one of us have computer, so
So I can do
can
that
we
for
just
you then.
no, like we have it, but we can't feel it. We just
So
can't
you tell
tell
me what
about
to
it.
write and I will be writing. Can you see my screen now?
Ah, okay.
Donistamu, Mahina, Farzona, Jansaya. Students will
Yes.
understand past tense. Is it smart? Yes or no?
No,
No. Why? Very briefly.
It's not.
because understand. We
Transform
should use instead of
Because
understand the verbs.
understand is not measurable or specific.
Okay, good. Next, what students will do? What function?
They describe
Again,
and
it
use
says
past events.
understand here, which is not really clear what they are going to do, right? Because understand is in the head. So what is
Yes.
language focus there? What grammar or what vocabulary?
Language focus is just past simple, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
they should remember regular and irregular verbs. It's about past simple.
Yeah, but it doesn't say it here. So here we only have past tense. Now we need to rewrite it and make it good adjective. So please give me your options. I am just writer. You tell me what to write.
Mhm. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to write 5 sentences in the past simple tense about their maybe weekend or holiday with using some
Yeah, I think
verbs, irregular verbs, past form of verbs. You can write here. Yes.
good.
Mhm.
Farzona, Donistamo, and Mahina, do you agree with this version? If you agree, we can move to the second objective. Do you like?
Okay, because I haven't got any options. Yes, I'm agree with these options.
Yeah, and we just have 10 seconds left. So these two we don't have time to analyze, but it's okay. Even this one, it's okay. You can see it on your Google Docs, right? When I update here, you can see the updates as well, right? Because right now you will be discussing all together and you will need to present your version.
Oh,
So anyways, open that link on your phones.
It is smart. It is, yes, because
It is
students will complete a worksheet and adjectives. It is smart, yes.
good. Good. So now when we will be discussing, please present it and clarify why you think this one is good now. I think that the breakout rooms nearly came to the end. So everyone will be going to the main sessions right now. Good. Thank you. Okay, Inatulo, I think that we are all back.
Welcome.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, sure, we can see a
Good.
screen.
So we can proceed with
Just
checking.
scroll there.
Maybe some participants will want to read the rewritten objectives and present their group work, what they have done, what versions of the objectives they have. So over to you again, Inatulo.
Yes, sure. Let's review some of your works together. Let's start by hearing from one or two groups, right? Any volunteers?
Hello, everyone. Can we start the first group?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so 1 minute. Should I present the screen or like?
Yes, you can
Because
do that.
okay, 1 minute. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, nice, good. So, original objective is students will understand past tense, but we think that it's not smart because understand is not measurable and no clear action or outcome, like understand how. Yeah. And function identify form and use the past tense verbs in context. Language focus grammar, of course, is past simple, regular, and irregular verbs. So we think that smart objective can be, by the end of the lesson, students will be able to use the past simple tense to write 5 sentences about their last weekend with at least 80% of accuracy. So we're not sure about like if it's correct, like 80% of accuracy, but I think sometimes it can be tough for them like to write it fully correctly, 100%. So we just write their 80% maybe. The second objective is students will
Sorry, Juldis, I need to stop you here. Let us give each group one objective so that everyone has opportunity to present. So I really like your rewritten smart objective, but let us vote. Dear all, please look at the first objective. If you think that it is smart, you can send heart or like thumbs up in the reactions or in the chat. So if you think it is smart, send your hearts or thumbs up. If you think it is not smart, send this wow reaction. Wow, okay? If it is smart, okay. Some people think it is wow, not smart. Interesting. Smart, but majority thinks that it is smart. Good.
Well, that's smart.
Inatulo, what is your verdict? Do you like it?
Yes, exactly. It's right. It's smart, man.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Juldis, for sharing. Group 1, great job. Thank you. Now, could you please stop sharing your screen? Okay, who wants to introduce second objective? Any of the groups have completed second objective? Let me see your Google Docs. And Juldis, I think that your group was the only one who could do all 3.
I think we were fast, really.
Yeah, you were very fast because I opened other Google Docs and other teams started with the first and then stopped in the middle of the second. But which group is that? Group 4. Group 4, maybe you can try and introduce your option. Who was in the group 4? I can share it. This is group 4. So original objective is students will complete a worksheet on adjectives. The rewritten objective is students can match adjectives to proper nouns. If you think that it is smart, please send reactions such as hearts or likes, thumbs up. If you think it needs improvements, send this wow emoji. What do you think? I see some wow emojis. Who else thinks this is smart or needs improvement? I think that this objective still needs improvement. Mahina is confused. She's just smiling. Mahina, thank you. And the third objective. Jultis, as no one have completed the third one but your group, could you please present the third one as well?
Of course, 1 minute. So, can you see my screen here?
Yes.
Okay, good. So original objective is students will learn vocabulary about food. Well, we think that it's not smart because like learn is vague and no indication or how much, yeah. So like learn, they can learn in their own way if we will write in this way. Function, what will students do? Name, categorize, and use food words in sentences. And language focus, vocabulary, we think, food items and the categories. So we rewrote the smart objective like by the end of this lesson, students will be able to use at least 8 food-related words to make sentences and classify them into food categories.
I think it is smart in terms of language function, but it misses this like communicative component when students can use these 8 food-related words in real life context. Like if you wrote there, students can understand. Students can describe like 8 food in the menu and make orders in the restaurant, ordering those food. That would be more communicative objective. So we always need to think about real life application because we learn a language to be able to communicate in real life, not to be able to just complete some exercises on paper, right? Here we have a very clear language focus, but not communicative focus. So if you improve it in this regard, adding like, yes, real life component, that would be even better. But anyways, that's great job. Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you so much for your feedback.
So, could you please stop sharing your screen for now? Thank you. Inatula, over to you.
Sorry. Before we finish today, I'd like to take a couple of minutes for a quick reflection activity. Please answer one simple question. Could you please just next slide? What is one key ideas from today's session about writing learning objectives that you will use in your teaching? I will repeat the question once more. What is one key idea from today's session about writing learning objectives that you will use in your teaching? Anybody responds to my question? Zuhra. Dear participants, please. I'm waiting for your response.
Can I?
Yes, sure.
Hello, everyone.
Go ahead.
I think that one of the key of learning objectives for students is their understandings.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Can I answer?
Sure.
Yes, please.
I think I would use more of the action verbs when seeing or writing
Yes.
my objectives down.
You are welcome. Ryan.
I said I would use more action verbs when writing down my objectives.
Okay, thank you.
So I think that one of the key ideas from today's lesson is how Zuhra said that our lesson objective is mostly should be focused on how the learners will be able to use it after the lesson. So mostly on the functional literacy, I would say. So that was one of the key ideas from the today's session. And today's session was very valuable. And thank you so much for the information that you shared with us, especially the action verbs that instead of using like they will understand, they will learn, we can use specific verbs like create, different, organize, relate, and so on. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your active participants and openness today. Anybody else, or just we are going to finish to come over our session today? Okay, thank you very much for your active participation and the openness today. I really appreciate your ideas and engagement. Anybody wants to add?
Thank you very much, Inatullah. You are running off time just 1 minute, so almost perfect timing. Thank you very much for your great facilitation of today's session. So, dear participants, we are having 2-3 minutes break. And then we will continue today's lesson, and we have one more short session. As you remember, this is an intensive course. Each lesson includes 2 sessions about one topic. Okay, so we finished with setting objectives. Now we will talk more about communicative function in language. So please take these 2 minutes, 3 maximum, and prepare for the next session. So for those of you who are staying here in Zoom,
Have you been driving all day or
we will do a short stretch break. Others can just go and grab some food, water, or something else for themselves. But with those who are staying together, let us use these 2 minutes to stretch a little bit, okay?
back feel kind of achy?
So
I feel that way sometimes too. So let's do a shoulder exercise and increase circulation for the day. So we'll begin by shrugging the shoulders up toward the ears, back, down, and around. Up, back, down, and around. Up, back, down, and around. Really emphasizing stretching down. So you stretch the shoulders away from the ears. You start to wake up the lungs and the diaphragm. And reverse direction, big circles like your shoulder blades and your shoulders are on a Ferris wheel. A couple more times, inhaling as you reach the shoulders up and exhaling as you press down. And then go back the first direction, up, back, down, and around. Up, back, down, and around. One more time, up, back, down, and around. Now stand very tall, reach your arms up to the sky, clasp your elbows, stretch the feet down into the ground and grow really tall through the spine. Reach up and over toward the right, pulling the left elbow toward the ceiling, stretching the left foot into the floor. Come up through center, grow even taller and up and over toward the left. Pulling the right elbow toward the ceiling, spreading the right foot down into the ground. Reach back up through the center, stretch your arms straight out to the side, press out through the heels of the hands and the wrists. Lift the chest and drop the shoulders, and then bring the tips of the fingers together and press out through the tops of the wrists. Back out through the heel of the hand and slowly lower the arms down and give them a good shake. Then place your hands either on your shoulders or your chest. Draw the elbows together, stretching the back of the chest, up toward the ceiling, back and around. Forward, back, up, and around. And as you stretch back, try and open the chest as much as you can. Wake up the lungs, wake up the circulation in your body. 2 more times, inhaling as the elbows reach up, exhaling as you stretch back and around. And last time, release the arms, stand tall, close your eyes, and just notice the difference in your body. So now that you've taken some time out of your day for self-care, try and pay it forward and take care of someone else.
Okay, I hope that I wasn't the only one who have done this stretching. I hope that it was useful for you as well. And I hope that all of you still here, energetic and alive. So, before we start the second session, I will send you here one link. This is to check attendance of the course because, as you remember, only those who attend at least 7 sessions out of 9 will be eligible to get our certificates. So I decided that in the middle of the classes, we will have to do this check-in. So just click on this link. There you will need to put your name, today's date, and click that you're attending. And this way we will understand that you are actually hearing what we say and participating. So please click on the link on this in the chat. I give you just 1 minute for that, and then we will continue with Shahnoza's training session. Okay, everyone checked in? No, I have only 4 people who checked in. Others are sleeping. I can see Dilnoza, Mahina, Rayan, now Juldis, Farzona, Madina, Dilfuza. 7, 8 people. So people, please be attentive. This is for your certificates. That's why please check in.
It was for Inayatullah session, yeah? I see.
No, it is
Or
the meeting
Shahnoza's.
for today's class.
Okay. Thank you.
In our Telegram group, I also sent the Google Docs with the group work that we have conducted during Inatullah session. So if anyone will want to continue their work on this, you can follow this link and finish your work. So, okay. Dear teachers, now let me introduce the speaker of our second session. This is Shahnoza Eshonova. And Shahnoza will be talking about planning lessons using a communicative and learner-centered approach. Shahnoza is an online tutor, but before online tutoring, she was a Access Program English language teacher, and she's one of the active participants of the C5+1 Educators Workshop program. So, Shahnoza, thank you. Let me start sharing the screen. So can you see my screen in full screen mode? I hope.
Yes, we can see you.
Good. So, dear Shahnoza, over to you. Shahnoza, you can start now.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that I turned off my mic. Hello, everyone. My name is Shanaza Ishonova, and I am the participant of C5-1 ONE program. And I see here a lot of super cool and best teachers of the world. And I'm so glad that you are here. And this course is all about teaching. And you're starting your year 2026 with a fruitful step. I mean, with a fruitful course. And I hope that you will continue learning, because the motto of my life is never stop learning. And I often compare the person with gadgets like mobile phone, and sometimes the person also needs to update himself. And here we are doing the same. And do you see me, my photo? This is me. And this is one more evidence that in the photo, people are not so beautiful than in real life. That's why do not believe always to the photos of the person. Okay. Now here, Miss Zuhro, our maestra, our supercalifragilistic person, girl, who is helping us with our presentations, will turn to the next slide. Yeah. Thank you. This is also the evidence that I got my certificate and I've participated in a C5 program in Kazakhstan. That was really unforgettable experience for me, because a lot of networking, and thanks a lot, my dear friends. I met a lot of friends and very close people here. In the group photo, I'm not here because something happened with my suitcase. I was checking that, and I was hurrying. I thought that I will come in time, but unfortunately, no. That happens with me often. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. Okay, next, please. Dear participants, please tell me, how do the babies learn to talk? Okay, I see a lot of good teachers here. I see your names. You can raise your hand if you want to answer. Or maybe Miss Boytaina? Yes? Boytaina?
Yeah, Butaina.
I'm sorry.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Am I
Okay.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
Boytaina. Thank
Yes.
you. Okay. Could you
So,
answer, please?
yeah, sure. So, babies learn to talk through imitation. They imitate what they see actually through what they see parents talking, and what they listen from what's the sounds they listen through their parents and the lip sync.
Yes, you're right. Good. Okay. They acquire naturally. Someone answered here. Okay. You can answer in the chat too. When we talk to them and repeat every word, Donistamo is answering. Okay, by repetition. Good. Using miming. Yeah, you're right.
May I?
Yes, Inayatullah.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, baby. Babies learn to talk through the natural process, right? When they combine brain readiness or listening, interaction, and practice, what we do at home, and they copy it from us.
Okay, good. Sounds
Thank
and
you.
through parents. Okay. Mr. Fouza, repetition. Good. Okay. Miss Ryan, would you answer, please?
Yes, I was going to say the same thing as Butena, which was imitation.
Imitation of the surroundings, yeah? I see here Miss Taiba Khan. Hello. Okay. Any volunteers to answer this question? To say their opinion? Maybe some of you are already parents and you have already taught your children, your babies to talk. How do we teach our toddlers to speak?
Shahnoza,
Yep, I'm here.
you see, just it's the second time I want to answer. As you said, and you have just your parents. You are right. Just at home, what we and sometimes we try to make our babies to speak, right? Bobo, just
Using
mommy or
simple
some.
words.
Yes, we begin from the simple, more simplest words, just mother, father, brother, and we always repeat it sometimes.
Okay, thank you, Inayatullah. Good. Ms. Ransaya, I want to hear your beautiful voice. Okay, maybe something is wrong with your mic. Miss Gildes.
Well, I think that babies mostly they learn, they actually not learn, they acquire naturally. So I will say that, so for example, when we talk, the children, they imitate us adults, they imitate their peers. Well, they make mistakes also, but we also correct them. Like if they say like I go there, we say like no. So yes, you went there, and we correct them. So as adults, we actually model a correct language naturally, and after some time, they don't, they don't learn it by heart with the rules. They acquire it like naturally. So I think this.
And yes, Gildes, you're right. And we never interrupt the baby, yes, that he is wrong, is not speaking correct, is not using grammar. And if we will interrupt the baby, he will never learn to speak. He will be afraid. And today's topic is about it. Today we are going to talk with you about communication and learner-centered approach. Could you, Mizuro, next please, because our topic is planning lessons using a communicative and learner-centered approach. Okay. One more thing, which I want to say is the baby learns to speak through communication. And by listening, interacting, and responding to meaningful language. In teaching English, it's the same principle, because learners acquire a new language best through real communication, not just memorizing of rules, just like babies. English learners need to hear the speech, practice using language, and using language, of course, in a context, and receive supportive feedback. Don't forget about the feedback. Communicative activities, I have to say, interactions, and of course, using natural language, which helps to the learners develop fluency and confidence. Okay. Here. 1 second. Let's think. When you plan a lesson, what do you focus on first? Content, activities, or learners? When you plan a lesson, what do you focus on first? Content, activities, or learners? You can answer in the chat.
I think we should focus on our learners.
On learners, of course.
And then
Here.
content or activities, I think is the main is we should focus on learners only because we held our lessons with them, right?
Yes. Okay, I see in the chat also. Ryan is telling that it is learners. Boytaina, learners. Okay, Julbis, learners. Dilnoza, learners. Donistamo, learners. Dilnoza, learners. Good. Yes, of course. In a truly effective and learner-centered approach, you should always focus on the learners first. Here is the logical order of planning and why it matters. The learner, I mean who? Before you decide what to teach, you must understand who is sitting in front of you. Okay. For example, Mizuro, could you click once? Do you see the word analyzing? Okay. Once again, the learners and the next one. Okay, stop. Thank you. Need analysis. What does it mean? Who can explain me? What does it mean? Before planning a lesson, we analyze the students. What do you think about when you are analyzing your students? What do you think about this? You can answer in the chat too, if you do not have access to your mics.
Can I answer?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I think by analyzing, we mean that just like a public speaker analyzes her or his audience, it's the same with teachers. We should know, as you said, to whom we are addressing our lessons, to whom we are speaking, and by analyzing their abilities and their levels of the language, we can know the material and the content and activities that we are going to present to them.
Good job. Yes, great. Okay. What about the others? What do you analyze before planning your lesson?
May I?
Yes, of course.
Okay, from the approach of Bloom taxonomy, as you know, during my session, there the learners break information into parts, examining relationships and understand how others connect. It is at this level, students look deeper, not just remember or explain. They ask why, how, and what is the relationship. That's why, and during the analyzing, we should we should look deeper to the students.
Yeah, you're right. Because we do not know because the levels of the students are not the same. Inayatullah, before you told us to send the emojis of our mood, I found my emoji here. Do you see in the video? Can you see me? Okay.
Yes, I see you.
Okay, do you see my emoji too? Thanks a lot. This is my daughter. This one was prepared by my daughter today for me. Okay, it needs analysis, and we have to know what do they already know and what do they need to know.
Can I say my opinion?
Yeah, of course.
Hello?
Miss Dilfuze.
Yeah, the question was while we plan our lesson, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about? In this case, we can think what will students learn, yes, our students, and
Yes.
what do they already know, and what activities will help them to learn, or what materials. Here, first, we will think about the previous knowledge and to connect the new knowledge with them by
Mm-hmm.
adding activities or something like this.
Yes, you're right. We have to know before why are they learning English. For example, if they are adults, we have to know is it for job interview or for vacation? Or if the young learners, for them we often use the kinesthetic approach. For teenagers, we often can use some real life situations for the activities, I mean. Okay. Zoro, next, please. Thank you. As we told, the level is also important because according to their level, we plan our lesson. Yes? Is the material too easy or too hard? About the interests. If you are teaching teenagers, a lesson is meeting will likely fail regardless of how good the content is. It depends on their level and the age too. As I told you, the young learners often like games, repetition, singing songs, dancing, more kinesthetic approach. But with teenagers, not often. They can say, oh, I will not do that. They think that they are adults and they do not want to do that. And we have to find the way to grab their attention. Often I do it by using karaoke songs or singing some trend music, which is trendy on TikTok, Instagram, or social media platforms. Okay, Zoro, next, please. Okay, I already mentioned it, learning styles. It depends on the age of the students. Do they need to move around or do they learn better with visuals? We have to learn our students first before teaching, before planning the lesson for them. Okay, next, please. Now let's speak about the learner-centered approach. What does it mean? The learner-centered approach.
The students are in the center of the lesson, not the teacher. The students are more active than teacher.
You're right. And what else? What about the others' opinion?
I am agree with our, I forgot her name. Yes, she's right. In this learner-centered approach, it means that the students should be in the center of our approach in our lessons. They should provide the lesson or speak more during the lessons. They should be active, like 75 to 25.
Here, yes, you're right. Good. Here, Miss Jumagul is also answering that students are active in this kind of lesson. You're right. What are the teachers doing here? What will the teacher do here?
The
task of
teacher,
the
they are
teacher is
they are facilitator. Just they guide students what to do, and the students should show themselves and try.
Mhm. Remember the photo of the baby whom we are going to teach to speak.
Yes.
Yes, we are facilitating our
We should ask
children, our
them.
babies. We are guiding them, and they learn. They try by themselves, and after then they learn how to walk, how to speak, how to communicate. Yes, Miss Ryan is answering here. Teachers are guiding, monitoring, and facilitating. Yes, good job. Great. Okay. Learner autonomy empowers students to make choices in their learning. Of course, actions. Sometimes unfortunately, for example, in my school time, when I was a school girl, when the class is quiet, when the classroom is quiet, it means that the teacher is great, that it is a perfect lesson. Even during my teaching experience, I had such situation when I was conducting the activity with my students. It was too noisy, and the principal came and made a notice that we should keep quiet. Of course, I came to her and explained that how will my students learn to talk if they will not talk during the lesson. Did you have such kind of situation in your experience? Miss Donistamo? Miss Dilnoza?
Sometimes, you see, just Shanuza, we sometimes face to such. It's not problem, but yes, sometimes the principal, the chair,
Unfortunately. Yeah.
deans, they come, they say what's going on, you're so noisy. That's why it's okay.
Yes, unfortunately, sometimes it happens. Yet. Okay, Dilfuza Roibe is telling us that it happens.
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah,
Boitania is also telling that
yeah,
yes,
as you mentioned,
totally.
when the teacher, while mostly the teachers do traditional lessons, and the principal thinks, wow, the class, they're quiet. This is a perfect lesson. But actually, maybe in this case, the students are learning 50%. So if we use student-centered approach, the students, they are noisy, they are learning something, but in the other side, they may think it, oh, they're making noise, they are not learning. Yeah, I agree with you. It happens in our schools even these days.
Unfortunately, yes. For example, from my experience from my school times, I remember our math teacher, she was very strict, and I was afraid to go and solve some materials on the blackboard, and that's why I didn't like math. Now I don't know good this subject, but the classroom was always quiet because the teacher was very strict. Did you have such kind of teacher? Did you meet such kind of teachers in your experience? Did it change your decision to become, for example, to choose a profession? I want to hear
May
your
I?
own stories. Yeah.
Hello again, Ms. Shahnazar. I want to share also my math teacher. She was strict, and after that, I didn't want to be economist or math teacher because because I so afraid of her. And still now, when I met her in the street, I will just run away. Still. feel I afraid her. And I said to my mom that I don't want to be math teacher. I don't want this profession which related with math. I hate her.
Okay, unfortunately, it happens.
Thank you.
Yes, and sometimes you can change the destiny of the person, of the students. We are the teachers who are the sculptors of our students. We have to be, I think, to educate kind people first. To be kind, because this world is not so kind. In future, they will meet different situations, and they have to be ready for this too. Okay, Miss Donistamo. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's move to another slide. Just okay. Just wanted to say that actions, we have to offer more project topics and let the students set personal goals. Because active learning engages students through hands-on activities, through actions, using group discussions, problem solving, in order our students could be ready to use the language to tell their opinion using this language which they are learning. Okay. Here is a question for you. What is a communicative? Okay, about the learner-centered, we have already talked with you. What about the communicative approach? Because we are speaking about the planning lessons using a communicative and learner-centered approach. And this approach treats learning as a social activity where the student needs and the ability to communicate effectively are the top priorities for them. What do you pay attention more while planning your lesson or speaking tasks? Miss Farzona. Okay. I see a lot of great teachers here, future super rock stars of teaching. Miss Ryan. Okay, here Dilfuza Goibe is answering mingle activity. Yes. Miss Donistamo, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry for your internet connection. Okay. My dears, please send any emoji in the chat if you are here. For example, send any emoji in the chat if you are here. Okay, Miss Farzona is answering. Okay, thank you. I see you all here. Okay, Miss Taibahon, Farzona, Dilfuza, Juma, Guljan, Saya. Okay. Shahlo. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dilnoza, Sanam. Okay. It's answering. A communicative and learner-centered approach is a way of teaching, especially languages, that focuses on real communication and on the learner's needs, not just the teacher or the text. Yes, good job, Farzana. Okay, Jildis, it focuses on using language for real communication. I see you all here in the chat. Miss Gildis, could you explain, please, your sentence?
Okay, so I think communicative approach, that's how it states as communicative. So it's the method when the students can learn the language, through the real communication mostly. Like, well, I lead a club in the Urals in Kazakhstan, which name is English for Life Club, and in this club we mostly use, the dialects from the films or the serials and try to understand what kind of phrases have been used there and what kind of phrases can we use during the lesson in order to achieve the lesson objective, I will say. And I think that mingling activity is also brilliant activity that we can use in our lesson plans. So it's mostly I think that the aim in this method, the aim of using this method is how to use the English language in real life communication. There is a meaning, it's meaningful activities.
Yes, you're right. It needs the ability to communicate effectively the top priorities for students. And the focus is on communicative competence. This means the goal isn't just to know about the subject. It is not like memorizing grammar rules or just writing, but to be able to use that knowledge in a real world situation. Yes. Okay. Here you can see the key ideas of Mizuro. Next, please. Yeah, the key ideas. It focus on meaning and real communication language used for real purposes. Interaction is central. Pair, group works, fluency, and accuracy both matter. Next, please. Okay. Could someone read the key principles for planning communicative lessons? Any volunteers? You can raise your hands. Okay.
Can I?
Okay, someone is asking.
Okay, Dilnoza, go
Can I?
ahead.
Yes, Miss Dilnoza, you may.
Okay. Key principle. Okay. Thank you. Start with communication goals instead of teach and the present perfect. Think learners will be able to talk about life experiences. The next one, characteristics of communicative activities. Activities should have a clear purpose, include an information gap, require interaction, use authentic or semi-authentic language.
Yes, you're right. Good job. I want now Mr. Inayatullah to explain this key principle. What does it mean? Mr. Inayatullah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Are
yes,
you here?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
I should explain the key
Yes.
principle of planning communicative lessons, right?
Yeah, what did you understand from this?
You see, just it means that teacher.
Do you see this is the objective. This is the objective. Learners will be able
to talk about their life experience, right?
Yes.
And you see, just by the end of the lesson, the students or the learners will be able to talk about their life experience just using some principles of planning communicative lessons, or just not planning, yeah, about communicative principles, right?
Yes. Okay, good job.
Can I say?
Yes.
Okay, instead of teaching them the format, the rules of the grammar, we should give them the task or activity in which, for example, if you teach them vocabulary, they can use this. It doesn't matter. They can know the meaning, but they can use it in sentences or in real life.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Okay. Sanam, thank you very much. Mizuro, next, please. Okay, role of a teacher. Well, just one question for everyone. Which difficulties did you face, okay, or do you face, yes, while planning your lesson during, for example, for teaching speaking, for communication? Even during the lesson, which difficulty do you face with your students, maybe? What do you think about? Well, for example, I'm sitting and writing my plan, I'm preparing my plan for my students, but something is wrong. What is wrong in your situation? Miss Boy, Tanya.
All right, give me a minute to think about it, please.
Okay. Here I see some comments in the chat. Students are learning anything to be able to do something, not just know. Yeah, you're right, Zoro. Explaining past perfect or force great. Oh, yes. Sometimes some textbooks are difficult and the levels are high for them. Their level. Yeah, Mr. Fuz, I agree with you. If you want to answer, you can raise your hand or turn
Okay,
on
you
your
see,
mic.
just during
Mm-hmm.
during planning, we always
Mm-hmm.
face such problems as we teach in like not one level, but it's how to say, just various levels. That's why it's very difficult to make plans for them because we are not able to make our plans for each one.
Yes. The
Because
level,
we have
unfortunately, is mixed. Yes.
mixed levels students. That's very difficult to make plans.
Sometimes it is difficult. You're right. What do you do in this situation? How do you solve it?
Sometimes in such situations, I make my lessons in general. In general,
Okay. Not so high, yes,
just I
and not so low.
choose the middle. Yeah, the middle.
Okay,
Yes.
which is appropriate for everyone. Yes, good. But yes, if in the classroom there are 30 students, it will be difficult to conduct mixed activities, different activities according to their level. And it is difficult, but some of our teachers are working in modern schools where only 15 students, yes. From my experience, even I remember that for some students, I used in different books, textbooks, I mean. And with some students, we after the lesson, we stayed and together learned some materials which they missed. And of course, it was difficult even with 15 students. And I can't imagine how it is. It will work with 30 students. Okay, my dear, beautiful teachers, the future rock stars of teaching, could you answer, please?
Well, I can relate to what Mr. Aslamov Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, has just said. So, same for me. The only difficulty I find when planning lessons or within the lesson actually is the mixed ability classrooms. But luckily, I don't have big numbers of students in my classes. So, what I do is I just uh, give a moderate level, uh, uh, prepare moderate level lesson so that everyone can understand. And if the lower level students are facing some difficulties, I give them some individual assistance, sometimes when giving the others some extra activities to do.
And how many students are in your class?
Well, it depends. It's from 15 till 25.
Mm-hmm. Good. And where are you from, Miss
I'm from
Boristan? Sorry?
I'm from Morocco.
Oh, okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
Shahnoza,
role-
I'm really sorry for interrupting, but as we are running out of time already, we need to hurry this session a little bit because we
Okay.
need to respect participants' time. So probably we will miss the group work and send it as a homework to participants.
Okay.
But right now we can go through the most important slides to summarize the key points that have to be done during this session. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for reminding, Zuhra. And because I'm a very sociable person and I like to talk with people. Okay, please. Here is the role of the teacher planner. And we've already discussed it. Yes, and we even compared with our teachers, with our experience, and everyone decided that we want to be a kind and a good teacher in order our students in future wanted to be a good English teachers or to use English in their lives. Okay, next, please. Okay, here is the typical lesson stages. When you plan your lesson, which stages do you follow? I will tell myself. I think everyone uses it. Warming up activities, leading, yes, communication activity. In our situation, it is communication activity. We have to pay attention more to pre-practice and interaction, feedback, and reflection. These are the main stages of the lesson planning, which I use while I plan my lessons, because structure of a communicative learner-centered lesson is to plan a lesson using these stages within a learner-centered and communicative approach. You must shift your mindset from being a lecturer to being a facilitator. The goal is to maximize student talk time and ensure every activity has a real-world communicative purpose. Don't forget about the baby who is going to learn to speak. Okay, next please, Zara. Okay, the role of the learner here. It is the active speaker, problem solver, and the reflective learner. Okay, next please. Okay, here is, I can even share in the group the photo of it. Effective instructions. I mean, in the chat. Okay. Here also the stages, the goals, which Mr. Inuyatulo explained us, active engagement, differentiated support, the assessment, feedback and reflection, and the positive environment. Don't forget about the compliments. Never forget about the positive side, to be a positive teacher. Okay, next, please. Okay, I wanted to conduct a group activity and to create with you a lesson plan. How many minutes do we have, Mizuro?
We don't have any time left. So that's why I
Really?
suggest to
Okay.
have this as a homework. Because
Okay.
yes. Mm-hmm.
It was so nice to meet you all, my dears. Even I didn't pay attention to the time, and it was so nice to meet you all, to see you all, and I hope till the end of this course I will meet you again and again. We'll have the opportunity to speak with you closer and to in future also we will keep our interactions. Okay.
Sorry.
Zuro, the stage is yours. About the reflection. Do we have 1 or 2 minutes for the reflection?
Yes,
Yes.
sure. We cannot do without reflection. So this is a must part of any learning activity, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you see me? Do you see my emojis?
Yes, we do. Now
Okay.
we can't just,
Love
but
you
later
all.
we can.
Thanks a lot for everything. Thanks a lot for joining the course. Okay, what was okay, that was a reflection for the plan of the lesson which the students, I mean, our teachers had to prepare. My dear students, the future rock stars of teaching, please, your home task is to prepare your plan using the communicative and teacher-centered approach. Okay? You can send in our Telegram groups. I will check there, and we can share our comments. We can write our feedbacks in the group. Okay? I think
Yes.
2 days are enough for it.
So, dear these 14 people who stayed until the last minute of this session, thank you very much, first of all. To quickly summarize what was what we have talked about today is number 1, we talked about how to set good learning objectives and outcomes for lessons. And number 2 is that it is crucially important to remember that the learners are the center of education. And when we are teaching something, we need to always think about how our learners will use what we teach them in real life communications. We don't teach activities, we don't teach grammar, we don't teach vocabulary, but we teach how to react in certain real life scenarios so that when our students go outside the classroom and they face specific life events, they understand how to respond to those life events using the English language as the means of communication. Okay, so please always keep this communicative focus in your mind when you are creating the lesson plans. Your objectives can be smart, can have everything very specific in them, but if they don't have communicative focus, then this is not about teaching a language, because teaching a language is always about how you can use it in real communication. Okay, so this is a very quick summary of today's lesson, which was all about lesson planning. I hope to see all of you again on Saturday. And on Saturday, we are meeting not in the evening, but in the afternoon. Our class starts at 2 p.m. and on Saturday we will be exactly within the time frame of our classes, so it will not exceed 1 hour 30 minutes. Today it was longer because we had this introductory online opening ceremony, then we had workshops. That's why it took you longer. We apologize for this exceeded time, but I hope that you learned at least something interesting and new today. Many more sessions to come, many more interesting activities, insightful tips you will get from the program participants, from trainers, and from each other. So stay active, stay connected, and see you all on Saturday. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great evening. And thank you, Inatullah and Shahnoza, for your great workshops. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks a lot for your participation.
Goodbye,
Miss
everyone.
Tatiana,
Thanks,
thanks a
Shahnoza,
lot.
Goodbye, everyone.
Zohra, and I'm
Thank you
sorry,
for your
bye-bye.
participation. Goodbye. Miss Duro, goodbye. Thank you for your support.
Goodbye.
Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.